WandaVision is probably the best thing to come out of Marvel Studios since Avengers Endgame, and a lot of it is due to Matt Shakman and his vision for the series. Hello, and welcome back to the Sunny Side, a place to discuss film, television, games, all things storytelling, while being sincere, thought-provoking, and always staying on the sunny side. My name is Evan B. Thank you so much for watching. Today, we are on our inaugural day of our Fantastic Four binge. All binge long, leading up to Fantastic Four First Steps coming out in just under 2 weeks. I and you, all of us, will be going over inspirations for the film, previous installments of the Fantastic Four saga on screen, and just sort of diving deep into space exploration stories on film, and also these family units and the human stories that go along with it that has fascinated us so much ever since humans finally realized they could reach for the stars. Well, with all that being said, let's dive right in. Today we are talking about WandaVision, and the reason I wanted to start here with WandaVision is because this was the first Marvel Studios production that Matt Shakman, the director, worked on, and the last thing that director Matt Shakman did before the Fantastic Four. So this is a great Rosetta Stone for what we think we're going to see going forward. And I think WandaVision does a lot of things well. One of them being it works on a lot of levels. If you are not a big Marvel person, you can hop into this because, each episode is just a different decade of television. If you loved I Love Lucy or The Brady Bunch, Modern Family, Malcolm in the Middle, you'll find these tropes fun, and then hopefully the rest of it will draw you in. If you're a big sci-fi Marvel fan like me, who has read the comics for decades every week and loves, all the interesting storytelling, then you're just going to be so enjoyed that this is a departure from the sort of Marvel Studios MCU formula. This is a story that really feels like a comic book. It's taking its inspiration from the crazy magic that comes from Wanda and a fun way to tell the story using this framing device of the television show. It's just so clever the way that he's able to make it accessible for everybody, and then by the end of it, everyone's just totally bought in and the show is interesting and you're having a blast. I think that will come into play for Fantastic Four. I think this film hopefully gets all of course, the comic book nerds, but also people who are not necessarily big comic book fans. I hope they see this as, this big epic, the movie sort of, like you said, akin to a 2001: A Space Odyssey or Interstellar, which are some of the films we'll be going through later. Those sorts of inspirations on an MCU scale with his version of sort of a retro futuristic 1960s, right? Getting a lot of creative control like he did with WandaVision, really delving into the world, building the universe. We've seen that in the marketing already. They've been making in the universe ads, lots of good stuff to make it really feel like you're there, which is, I think, Matt Shakman's sort of, crowning achievement and what you can sort of look to him for. So thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to dive into all these incredible sci-fi movies as we get going. And as always, say I'm